Here we are again.
Hi.
We are sorry. We don't know what. We've been having really bad problems with our internet, and there's been a lot of storms in the area the last day or so.
Well, it's no excuse because even on days where we had no storms, we've been having some intermittent problems. So let me just say, with the money I have to pay for internet service from our, monopolistic service provider, and I don't mind saying it that way, they're going to be getting a call from me tomorrow. I'm done with this. If they can't give me good reasons why this keeps happening, I'm going to switch providers. I have had it.
All right. So was Mama T
Don't
next?
mess with an Aries. And yeah, Mama T, you were up next. I kept the list in order. I see a couple of other people have come in. So hi to K-Dash and hi to Josephine. I've added you to the list. If you want to hang around for a reading, if not, that's okay. But you'll be at the bottom of the list. Mama T is first, and then Divine You, Yolo, Apple and Eve, Laura, Sonu, KC, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, K-Dash, and Josephine. Okay, Mama T, we can do that for you. Was it my deck or yours? Mine?
Probably yours.
I think mine.
I just need to get these smudges out.
This one? Oh, wait. We'll use this one. I like this one. So apologies, but somebody that's name starts with an X, Finity, is going to be hearing from me soon.
We are not liking them very much.
And every time I call them, I literally am on the phone with people for 2 hours. And I don't know, I've gotten 2 modems from them in the past year. I'm just about done.
You make a good point, Divine. I don't know if that's what it is or not.
Yeah, I think
don't
that
know.
I'd like to think that's right, but really this is a more recent phenomenon, Divine. I mean, this wasn't happening throughout all of last year. It's just been happening the last few months, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway. Although,
don't like it.
yeah, I don't like it.
It's bad enough when we're watching TV and it goes out and we can't get it back right away. Things like that.
But just this morning, we were both on the internet and poof, it was gone. And I don't know how many of us are working on a Sunday morning, but, Maybe it's the Olympics. People watching, streaming the Olympic coverage. Silly Sonny. All right, let's see what we have for Mama T from Spirit. Oh, Mama T. Well, wait, let me see what this is. Okay. Look what you got again. The first card, Mama T, the 2 of Cups. I don't know, why do I think that's the one you had in your happy hour, I think, last time? Not sure. And then we have the Queen of Swords has popped up in this deck. The Queen is coming up a bit today. She's upright. And the 5 of Wands is upright. So, I think what the message from Spirit is, you need to work with, whether it's Spirit who's trying to partner with you, or whether it's your partner, your husband. It looks as though, you have to now finally come to making some important decisions. Decisions that will ultimately, hopefully, eliminate a lot of stress in your life.
I think it's also, too, about maybe the stress that's caused by some interactions with some people that are possibly within your general sphere of influence. They may not be above or below you in any particular status, but they could be, or they could be adjacent in some respect. It's that 5 of Wands. It sort of looks like peers, but I don't think it has to be necessarily in context. You need to partner with the right people and make decisions that take you out of that fray, maybe there's just too much going on that is disruptive, and you need to kind of find a way to get away from it a little bit.
Right, right. You know, I think that whatever, you know, the Two of Cups is such a nice card, you know, such balance, such harmony. It shows you working together with someone, whether it's spirit guiding you, whether it's your, you know, your partner, working together, coming up with the right tools and things you need to do in order to minimize stress and conflict in your life. And I feel like, Mr. O, that this is conflict with others outside of, you know, your relationship.
Mm-hmm. So let's pull the Lenormand.
Yeah,
It was my turn, right?
I think so.
I remember
It
what
is
they
now. Is it the stars again?
No.
Oh gosh.
That's
Now
for
that I
you.
said it, I'm
No,
probably
that's
going
for
to
you
pull
to
it.
get.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Oh no, far from the stars. Although it might be reaching for the stars.
Clover.
So, this is interesting,
And
Mama
the
T.
Tower.
There's either some help or some good luck coming from some type of an organization
Agency.
or corporate entity. I mean, it could be a bank, but it could be just some corporate entity. There's some good luck here for you coming from some outside source.
Because you were asking about spiritual things too, it could just be saying too that maybe from where you may actually physically go or reflect on as a place of spirit, for example, a church or a temple you like, or a particular context, that maybe inspiration and luck will come from your adherence to that, or looking into that.
There's a truth there. I like that. And yeah, I know it's about the message your spirit guides have for you. So I think really ultimately spirit is saying work in harmony, you know, with your partner or with others to come up with the things you need to, the decisions you need to make to minimize stress in your life.
You know, when I look at this as being peer related, and then this as being more institutional, I guess what it is saying too, perhaps in a way, is that people you know that may want to be helpful won't necessarily be as helpful as some other actual people who maybe, you know, that's their job to be helpful. So, you know, I get that for people who want to be helpful and then they're not. None of you guys. It's people at work and stuff like
Oh,
that.
hey, Sonali, I can add you to the list, and if it's
Hi,
too
Sonali.
late, you can leave us a question. We kind of had to go offline, and if it happens again, we'll try to get up as soon as possible, but we're having some internet disruptions today for some reason. Okay, Mama T, so that's it for you. We've
Thank you,
got
Mama T.
Divine You next.
Thanks for everything.
And then Yolo, Apple and Eve, Laura, Sonu, KC, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, K-Dash, Josephine, and Sonali.
All right.
So yeah, we'll go into a little bit of overtime today if we have to, because of all this disruption.
Yeah, we were down for 10 or more minutes, I'm sure.
Oh, you're welcome, Mama T. Thank you. Okay,
you.
so Divine
We're
You.
grateful for you
What
too.
you
Thank
have
you.
for us today? Okay. I'll write that down, Sonali. And I'm kind of thinking we'll stop with Sonali. If anybody
Sure.
else comes in, we'll just say there's not going to be enough time. So you'll
What is
probably
coming
be the
first?
last reading of the day, Sonali.
All right, Divine. Thank you as always. Appreciate
What's
everything
coming
you're
for
doing.
you this week? Well, let's check it out. All
We're going to
right.
use our Karma Tarot here. My goodness, these cards just keep wanting to fall out of my hands.
Whoa. Mr. Sunny does not like the pen, but I do tease him with it. You silly. So silly. Oh, you want to wrestle today. Oh, the big deck. Oh, hi, Lena. Oh,
Hi, Lena.
all right, I'll make an exception. We were just cutting off our list, Lena. We got kind of a long list, but
We're
I'll
cutting off
add
with
you at the end. I know you were trying to get in earlier on my video show. And we're having some internet issues, so it's been kind of problematic today. So we're running a little behind.
Don't forget to hit our like button.
Please do. All right, Mr. O. I'll move the old lantern here. There you go.
All right.
I just like holding it.
Okay, Divine, what's coming towards you this week, Divine? Let's see. Okay, well,
Wow. So which one is that?
Osiris is the Emperor.
Emperor.
So Osiris is the Emperor. And then we have, and that was upright. Then we have the reverse Three of Wands.
Card of the day reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finally we have the World, and that one's upright. So that's kind of nice. So I'm wondering if you're having more sense of doubt right now, or you will be in this next week, that you feel like maybe you have not made all the right decisions, or you've made decisions that won't take you towards your happiness. You feel, some things have dragged on too long or have now shown a lack of promise. But I think the reality is that it's not true, that actually things are clearing up, that control is coming back to you, that you're going to have the ability to be in charge of yourself more so in the near future, and that the attainment of some level of perfection as you see it is possible. So it's mostly just a matter of seeing beyond the doubt or despair that you might currently feel, that you may be feeling in the near future.
So Osiris is the Emperor, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Three of Wands reversed.
yeah. And so I wonder here, Divine, this is for the week ahead, that you're going to be looking at some things that you've been setting into motion, some plans that you have, and wondering just if you've made the right choices, the right decisions. You're worried about where things are headed. But that's funny, because that's in between the Emperor and the World.
Mama Teresa donated some money.
Oh, did it show up?
I didn't see it myself, but thank you, Mama Teresa.
Thank you, Mama T. It might pop up on my screen.
Yes, it was in the last minute, so keep watching.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep watching as I talk here to Divine You. So basically, Divine You, with the Emperor, it's showing here is just maintain control. Steady as she goes. Don't worry too much, because the World is here, and I really feel that you are on your way to success. So, you may have some doubts, you may have some concerns, you may even want to tweak your path a little bit, but the bottom line is that I feel that you are on. Oh, you guys saw it?
I saw it too. I went back and saw it. Oh,
that's great. Thank you,
I get
Mama
excited.
T.
Thank you, Mama Teresa. Very sweet of you. Thank you.
So I feel that, some of these doubts and concerns, they may be unwarranted. They just may be unwarranted to me, because you've got some real positive cards right now. I think the Emperor too, just that, you really are in control of your destiny right now. You are making moves that will assure success. So don't let those doubts interfere with that now. Is it me?
It is you.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what you get.
Stork.
All right, okay. So you might be stressing some changes that you've recently made or that you are going to make. And that's maybe part of the problem here is, you have some worries and some stress about some changes that are occurring or taking place. And so that might be what the Three of Wands reversed is about. But again, you know, you've got 2 dynamo major arcana cards here, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm thinking that what is new with the stork is maybe that you're moving beyond some of the irritating, needful things that you've been experiencing recently. They were troublesome, but not majorly troublesome, just highly irritating, maybe ultimately leading to some sense of the despair or hopelessness. But really, the reality is that everything really is clearing up for you and that you really are in charge. You are in charge.
Yeah. And again, you know, when I'm looking at the stork, which is sort of, what's the word? Oh, gosh. Well, the stork is kind of talking to the mice, basically. And the stork is saying, it's time to change. You know, it's time to remove the things and change the things that are bringing stress and self-doubt in your life. That's what I think too. Yeah. So that's what we have for you, Divine You. Good luck with that.
Thank you once again for your wonderful donation.
And yes, I appreciate that, Divine You, so much. Thank you. Yolo, you are up. Did you come back? Are you with us? I hope we didn't lose you.
YOLO.
The YOLO would be next, and then Apple and Eve, Laura, Sonu, KC, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, K-Dash, Josephine, Sonali, and Lena. So some may be gone because we lost them when we had to go down and restart again. Let's see if YOLO's here. We'll give a couple minutes. Do you have any announcements to make?
No, other than, yes, and I like the sound too. It's very nice. Glad you like it. And for those who are wondering, there are 2 different links that will help you get to make a PayPal donation if you'd like. One of them kind of will display on the screen and acknowledge you.
But where do they find that link?
Well, that's the one that shows up in the chat. The other one is just the one that's in the info underneath or the about on the actual video page. So when in doubt, just ask us and we'll steer you straight. We love everything we get, whether it's just the great advice some of you give, the nice little gifts, just the good feedback. Some of you are just so awesome to us. We really appreciate everything.
Well, I think we've given YOLO enough time. We're going to move on to Apple and Eve.
Apple and Eve.
You are next, and then Laura, Sonu, KC, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, K-Dash, Josephine, and Sonali, and Lena.
And thank you for the kind words you've said recently about our work. Really appreciate hearing it.
You know, my screen looks funky right now, too. I might go out and go back in again. Oh, you don't see it on the desktop? Ah. You know, the one you were talking about, Mr. O. The link.
Oh, okay.
Apple and Eve says she doesn't see that one there.
Ooh, that's your deck. Oh, you didn't get the catch?
I'm coming back because this screen was all messed up. All right.
Glad you made it back, Laura.
Okay, Laura, we've still got you on the list, and you're right after Apple and Eve, so you're right on time. So get one more reading, and we'll get to you. Your first son, responding to me in the way he has been for many months. Okay, let's see what we get. I am going to use this one, I think. Okay, Mr. O. So any drop frames this time that you've seen or no?
There were, right now I haven't been at all.
Okay, that's good.
Knock on the non-wood.
Don't knock on anything.
There's no wood here for me to knock on, only fabricated wood. But so, you know, normally the last few weeks we've been noticing that when we're streaming, we seem to get some little notifications of lax scenes, but nothing that really seemed disruptive to most people as far as we could tell.
Seems really say, like, things have been very wonky, and maybe it is more internet traffic. I have no idea.
I'm actually wondering if it could be the software for Streamlabs, our broadcasting software. This didn't happen with the other software we use, but a couple months ago we upgraded to this one, and slowly I've started to see some of that. So I don't know.
Interesting, we got the Three of Wands again reversed, but here we have the Seven of Sky, which is the Seven of Swords, reversed. We also have the High Priestess upright. And we have the Three of Wands reversed.
Well, it's easy for me to feel perhaps that they don't feel you understand them, or they don't feel you understand what they know or what their level of wisdom or experience might be. They may feel that sometimes you try to outmaneuver them for some reasons, or that maybe there's a battle of cleverness between you two for some reason that may be mostly on their side. I don't know. And then I guess maybe they also possibly feel that they don't feel like maybe everything is invested well in their furtherance. Like maybe they don't feel like they're getting certain feedback or certain things that they need. You know, they're maybe questioning their nurturing. These may be things that are not true at all, but I get the feeling like they feel this way, perhaps.
So this is kind of tricky for me. The Three of...
Bye, Mama T. Thanks again.
The Three of Wands seems to indicate to me that they're in a very insecure place right now. I think they're operating out of a sense of insecurity right now. Maybe they're trying to exude confidence and bravado, and I think I'm getting that from the Seven of Swords reversed, like they're trying to act like they're, I think maybe they're acting out and masking the sense of insecurities that they're going through right now. Maybe that High Priestess is there because somewhere deep down, Apple and Eve, I feel that might be true. That there's something within them that they're either not telling you, and they're trying to cover up with the sense of, with the way that they're behaving. Well, I don't know. Am I off on this? I kind of get this feeling.
I could say that about the High Priestess too, that it's more likely to represent you in the situation, but I was trying to take it from the point of view of how you wondered why they were responding to you that way. And so to me, I felt like maybe that meant they didn't feel respected because of their own, wisdom or their own way that they felt about things. But I could see what Banshee says too a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want to grab a Lenormand? Let's see.
Sure.
So I think that, I'm not really sure the approach to take. Let's see what the Lenormand is going to add to this. But I think you just got to be careful because right now there's something that's making...
We always like when she does that, right? Oh. So I pulled first the lady.
Which I think in this case is you, since we're talking about your son.
And then she pulled the Mountain.
They feel challenged in their dealings with you right now. Like they're struggling with something. I really feel they're struggling with something internally right now. And to get to the bottom of that, it's like they need to overcome it. I just feel like they're finding it a challenge dealing with you right now. Because I think maybe they feel so insecure about something and they're really trying their darndest not to let you in on that.
Well, I do feel that the Lenormand talks more about you and your part of this relationship, and that it may be saying that you recognize the struggle that is for you right now to also get up the mountain with him or
Yeah,
come down from the
yeah,
mountain towards him,
yeah.
or for him to do that with you. So I think that's a big part of this, is that you see there's a real struggle going on here, and
I
it's
feel
not,
you're right. The relationship between the two of you, I think that's what the mountain's about, is challenging right now.
yeah, it's not really clear exactly where it's going to go. I think the only clue we had is from these, and that to some degree somebody has to come to terms with accepting wisdom, and it's probably not you. You might have to understand why they're like that, but I think they have to come to more of a level of understanding certain things.
I would just say with that high priestess there too, be as sensitive as you can tolerate, in the situation. Certainly don't be taken advantage of or be treated badly, but try to show a little bit more sensitivity and tune into what could really be going on there.
And I kind of feel like they're struggling in a way to be their own person, but they still don't realize all the things that they need to learn or do.
Yes, Mama T, it goes well with the other rose you sent me.
It is really
very
beautiful,
nice.
Mama T. Thank you.
And I like wearing this together. This was just perfect with this outfit. So awesome.
Oh, okay. So maybe there's another woman involved too,
Oh.
And that's the thing is with all of us, that sometimes.
Okay, and you're right, Apple and Eve. So if there is another person they're involved with, it could very well be that it's because they're having difficulties right now, and perhaps your son does not want you to let you into too much of that. I don't know. But that's another possibility here. However, I do think he's trying to put up some kind of front,
Yeah.
facade.
But the Three of Wands sort of indicates that it's not working totally.
Well, clearly not. You know something's wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry about that.
yeah.
And Vahibi, I'm not sure if we can add you to our list.
We've got a pretty long list, Vahibi, but you're welcome to stay and see if we can get there. Some people might have left because we had an internet problem, so we'll see how it goes.
So our list may clear, but right now we're not sure we can, so you would have to kind of wait. So it's up to you, really.
So Laura, you are up. It's your turn. And then
Hey, Laura.
Sonu, KC, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, K Dash, Josephine, Sonali, Lena, and Vahabi. We're into our last hour, but we will go into overtime because we had that big internet kaplooey. Oh, Aries moon. Yeah. General reading for Laura, your deck.
Okay. Let's see. What should I
Thank
pick?
you, Apple and Eve.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So just a general. Pick a deck. Let's go.
I'm going to take the Tarot of the Northern.
Chop, chop.
Thanks again for everything, Apple and Eve.
Okay, Vahabi, we will try to fit you in, but at some point here, I got to draw a line. So we're going to
It
draw
actually
that
could be
line.
possible. We just don't really know for sure.
I know, because we've got a lot of people who are may or may not be here.
Well, right now we know there's about 9 waiting, and I
So
don't
what
know
do you
how
think
many
of
of those.
KC's Scorpio moon?
What do I think about it? Oh, well, that means your moon sign is more about some aspects of your personality, right?
Right.
So it just means that in certain respects, there's some Scorpio-ness to your personality. Oh, you bad boy.
Ah, the Scorpios. All right, Mr. O.
I know about Scorpio. I have a lot of friends with Moon in Scorpio, and you would not be the first Leo I've known with a Moon in Scorpio, as a matter of fact. But let's get on with Laura's reading here.
Yeah.
General, message for Laura. And our first card is a Major Arcana 13, the German word Tod or toad, death. But of course, we know that this means big change, just fundamental change. Then our next card is Two of Cups reversed.
Ooh.
And then finally, there's the King of Swords, and that one's upright. So, of course, I'm almost afraid to ask, but do you think that there's some big change in a relationship you have, maybe a really close one, or one that maybe concerns you? Maybe it's not necessarily yours. Maybe you're the King of Swords, and maybe you have to kind of weigh in on some of that. Or maybe you have to bring order to a situation that has changed fundamentally, that breaks down trust and harmony with people in general, people that are partners or a team or something like that.
Well, it looks to me like, Laura, one way or another, it's almost as if there's a decision being made to part ways with something.
Could be.
And what is, oh, because death, and it's a major change for you. So whether this is a change of direction in work, career, relationships, or relationship with family, there's some kind of parting of ways here with friends, out with the old and in with the new. So I don't know if you're contemplating or considering that, but it looks like it's on the horizon and some decisions are going to be made. And the King of Swords kind of indicates to me that, you know, you're kind of gearing up or getting ready for this decision, this change to occur. Maybe you have an inkling, you know what this is about already, or you soon will.
Right. A lot of times I don't want to feel that the King of Swords is necessarily the person making all the action happen, but I do feel that sometimes the King of Swords is somebody that has to decide things or at least preside over things. But in this case, I do sort of feel like that's you, and that maybe you are that person that needs to maybe be more hands-on with whatever this process or decision is that's going on or will go on. And you may not know about it right now. It may just be something sudden, because a lot of times the death card is more like about unexpected, sudden.
Is it my turn or yours?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't remember.
You don't
I think I
either.
did the last one, didn't I?
I don't remember.
Because I picked the woman.
Yeah, that's right, you did. Oh, look what came up again.
Ah, okay. Maybe. Would that be that maybe?
Oh.
I mean, this sort of looks like, you know, you are moving on from it, but not necessarily in a way that you appreciate or that someone else might appreciate.
What do you have there?
The gentleman.
See, that's interesting.
So she pulled the coffin first, which could be something ending. And maybe you don't like the teacher. Maybe you don't like the teacher. I don't know. Maybe that's the teacher there too. I don't know. Like the teacher just didn't really make things very easy for you, or you felt like you couldn't necessarily trust them about, you know, what they were doing, how they were grading people or that kind of thing, how responsive they were to, you know, students' questions or things.
Something's coming to an end. And, you know, there may be a man involved, a male involved. There's certainly somebody else involved one way or another.
Yeah.
There's the coffin, and it's interesting to me because, of course, you know, we've got the coffin and then we've got the death card in the tarot, which means, you know, to me, again, something is ending so that something else will begin. And, of course, you know, you ending a course, that's possible that some new beginning will spring from that.
You know, sometimes you could look at a reverse card and feel that in the context of the reading, it doesn't exactly apply, that maybe the upright meaning is a little bit more appropriate. And it could be saying, too, that maybe after this course, something else opens up, like maybe you become more friendly or harmonious to classmates or situations. Maybe something opens up that helps you move somewhere with the course under your belt.
That's more like it. You know, the heart,
Yeah.
the two could be, severing of partnerships or relationships or just something, you're separating yourself from. So, I could see it in regards to a course or class, but, oh gosh, it's not really clear.
Right. This could pertain to that, but it could also pertain to something that maybe is on another level altogether. Though a lot of times I think taking a class and getting good marks is really important. So you'll have to decide, if those relate there or not to what we're seeing here. But I sort of get the feeling there could be that connection.
That's what we have for you. I hope that made sense.
Hope so. Thanks,
Or
Laura.
you will find out soon enough, because I think that is whatever this is, that's coming to you. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it will be coming sooner than not.
So that's what we have. And Sonu, are you back with us? If you're back, Sonu, it's your turn. And if not, then we'll move on to KC, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, K Dash, Josephine, Sonali, Lena, and Vahabi. You're welcome, Laura.
You are welcome. Thank you very much.
And we'll give Sonu a few minutes, because I'm not sure if they made it back or not. I don't recall seeing them back, but I couldn't
No, in fact, I think they only appeared once, and they haven't really commented much about
okay.
things, so they may not have even made it past the
We'll give
first
Sonu
round.
just a couple minutes, and then we'll move on to KC.
So while we're waiting, and I do have a little bit of lag notifications going on there, I will mention that, of course, for those who need to know, Banshee's Material Matters was on this morning, and she had some pretty good information for most of the astrological signs, so check that out.
For most?
Yeah, I thought you said one of them was not as good as the others.
Well, I think all the
You tell 'em the way you
information
see
was
it.
good, but it wasn't necessarily happy for all.
And, of course, there's always my show on Fridays, which is more or less the corollary to your show. So there
You're welcome,
is that.
Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Okay, we're going to pass Sonu up, I think, and move on to KC. Go ahead with your question, KC. And then we have Angel Rivera.
No,
Angel...
you can't wash the Scorpio out of your hair. Oh, wait, you don't usually have hair, right?
Oh, ouch.
Well, I think that's by choice, maybe. I don't know. Never mind. Sorry if that was offensive.
Some days I just don't know what to do with Mr. O.
Better.
Okay, KC, we'll take your question, and then Angel Rivera. Ah, there's a Scorpio.
One of my best friends' birthday is November 2nd. I have a lot of friends who are Scorpio, and
Is it
we're
my
all
turn?
really different. Yeah, it's your deck.
Okay.
I know 7 or 8 people who are born on my birth date who all live around me in Detroit area too. And I don't think most of them are like me at all either. One might be, but I'm more charming.
I'm just going to be quiet here and shuffle my cards.
What do you need to know about November 2?
November 2?
That's their birthday.
Oh, that's not what he needs to know about.
I know. November,
Okay.
well, I'm just saying that.
I
I'm
see.
calling the person November 2. I'll
Gotcha.
call him Mark if you want. November 2, that's All Souls Day, isn't it?
That is, in the Catholic calendar, All Souls Day is November 2nd. Well, we usually go to the graveyard on either November 1 or 2. Usually we do it the day after Halloween.
Yeah, we like to eat a Kit Kat or something with them.
No, we usually bring them some gifts of some sort, little cookies or something, and
Kit Kat.
I don't remember giving them a Kit Kat, but
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
all right. I'm wanting to wash the Scorpio out of my hair. You're psychic and spooky, Mr. O.
You're half right, but which half?
Okay, wow, well, this is an interesting bag here, Casey. You got the Six of Cups upright.
Oh.
You've got the Four of Swords upright. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. All these in the upright cards. And it's interesting, the Six of Cups is, I think Mark is thinking fondly about you in the past. I really believe that with the Six of Cups. He's thinking about good times and everything. And, but I feel that right now, Mark, I don't know, has he been under the weather maybe? Has he been ill? It looks like he might be recuperating or recovering or taking a time out from something. But all seems like it might get better because is that the Queen of Pentacles?
No, that's
there?
the Knight.
Oh, it's the Knight of Pentacles. Well, even better because it seems to me that, things are going to right themselves pretty soon. He should be back to normal fairly in good order.
I sort of feel there is this sense of a real memorable connection,
Yeah.
very fond. It's just, like literally this person, each of you or that person may feel that they've always known you in some respect or that they've known you for so long that you really are close to them.
Do you think that Four of Swords then is just about the time out between the two of them?
It may just be more about their own personality, I think, right now,
Okay.
that they sort of feel they just need to not be involved with anybody, or I don't think it's personal about you, but that they just sort of feel that they're withdrawn from the world in a way. I mean, to me, that's more about the world that they're withdrawn from. But they're sustained by their memories. They have good memories about you, but maybe,
I think that's about to change.
maybe it's about to change. This could be saying that something new is coming to them, and it may be opportunities that might be materialistic. Maybe there's a job, maybe there's a focus towards a goal. I mean, it seems like a material goal to me, so I don't know if it's really job related so much as just finishing up a project, doing something that they really want.
Well, I'm kind of funny with this because sometimes I also feel that the Pentacles are about health in the body. So I also feel like maybe this is just a return to more normalcy, after this period of isolation, whether they were sick or whether they just needed that time out to, feel better about things in their life and get back into the swing of things again. Yeah, I feel there's something there. There's definitely something there. I think it's me, isn't it? It's you.
Mm.
I don't even know.
Aww.
I think we need a moderator just to tell us who's pulling the Lenormand first.
No moderator could do what I do.
What do you got? Aww.
The dog. Mark is loyal to you on some level.
There's loyalty, but, I guess Mark is just still in search of direction. He's still not sure where he wants to take things, maybe.
Well, when you said that last part about each other's space but still thinking about each other, I didn't know if I could feel that the Knight of the Pentacles represented you or any sort of movement between you towards each other. It doesn't feel like it's any other person, but I sort of feel like something's coming to them, and maybe it involves just really solidifying conditions around them, their own financial or material security.
So maybe right now, looking at that path card Lenormand and the dog Lenormand is, Mark is really trying to decide where his loyalties really lie and in what direction he wants to, go with people that he's close to and feels a sense of loyalty or a sense of companionship with. Any other thoughts on that?
No, I think I've got it.
Okay. So that's what we have for you. Good luck.
Thanks, Kelly.
No, Sonali, you did not. We had a big internet outage here, so we were down for a little bit. So we're running a little bit behind. I'll go over the list in a minute. And so if you come, if you can't stay for the message, just know it's going to be at the end of this stream because now we have 2 streams for today.
Yeah. Funny how that happens.
Yeah. So Angel Rivera, you are up, and then
You're
Angel
welcome.
Mary, K Dash, Josephine, Sonali, Lena, and Vahabi.
All right. Yeah.
Crazy day. You would think Mercury was retrograde, but it is not. Our internet is retrograde. That's what I think.
Angel Rivera.
Oh, it's your cards. Oops.
Mhm.
So, wait a minute. I haven't used those other ones in a while.
Yes, Vahabi, you're the last one on our list.
We'll keep you there. I guess at this point we'll do it. I think we're doing okay. We'll still go into overtime, but that's it. Nobody else coming in can get a reading today. But thank you everybody for sticking with us who came back. We appreciate that. And sorry for the disruption. They're thick.
What?
The cards are thick.
Well, I think their newness makes them stick together a little
It
bit
could
too.
be.
A little bit.
Oh, you're welcome, Vahabi. Sonali, yeah, so I have your question written down. I know it's about your sister, so, we're good with that. Your elder sister. Oops. I know that this is gymnastics day for the Olympics. Women's gymnastics is going to have some preliminaries today. I'm so excited about that gymnastics team. Can't wait to see them in action. I watched the men from the U.S. yesterday perform. And some of the other countries, my goodness, those Russian gymnasts were amazing. One of the gymnasts was actually working with a torn Achilles that they had surgery on in April, and yet they insisted on going forward with the Olympics. It usually takes 6 months to recover from an injury like that. Crazy.
Angel Rivera, you have a hanged man, reversed.
Okay.
You have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And then you have the Princess of Swords upright, and the Princess of Swords would be the Page of Swords.
So a little trouble in paradise here again, Angel. So what do we got? We got the Hangman reversed. I don't know whether ego is getting in the way, and once again, I have a feeling this could be workplace related, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It might be in your dealings with somebody else, and it relates to like satisfaction, with something material, so that's why I'm thinking it's work. Either something that is making the environment not very happy or conducive to the work. It looks like people are going to be communicating their discontent. And it just seems as though there's like a clash of ego going on here.
The Nine of Pentacles reversed makes me feel like everything is too close for comfort, like you're not really having your space, like you're just sort of forced into some situation where you feel you need to breathe more, you need something there, and you feel like you don't want to give up that sense of space there, but maybe that's what's going on, is there's this sort of protocol or something to just sort of have more teaming up with people, all these stupid management tricks, as I call them. And so you don't want to really go there. You sort of, you're the Page of Swords. You're more like graceful and tactful and able to really ply your way on your own. But maybe something is trying to force you to pair or team up or to give feedback to or to advise to situations that you don't really feel that work out for you, that you just would sort of like say, I don't need to do that. There's nothing there for me to follow that course. Like you see a futility there. I laid it on thick, eh?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it was good, but communications, I feel the key here. I know that
That talks about communication.
Oh wait, is that the knight? That's the page.
It's a page.
It is the page this time. And that's what I was thinking. That's why I said communication's the key. I understand it means diplomacy sometimes. I just feel that it has something to do with conditions that are not satisfactory, It's like somebody really wants to shake things. I feel that the idea is people want to shake things up, but somebody's ego is getting in the way.
So let's try a letter one.
Sounds like staying in the cave as much as possible. Wow, that sounds like a plan to me. You got any vacation time coming? Uh-oh. Why is he saying that? Uh-oh, see?
So I pulled the snake, and Banshee pulled the key. And of course, whatever the situation is about, if it is about work, if it's about other interpersonal dynamics, somebody's not necessarily being upfront. There may be a hidden agenda. There may
Ego.
be, yeah, it was what you said, ego. But to me, it also looks like that's basically the key, is that if understanding what that agenda is, who's doing it, why they're doing it, maybe a way to rectify it or to defray some of the sense
or to
of
uncover the deception or reveal it for what it is. I think deception
management tricks.
and gosh, why do I think of management when I see the snake?
Indeed.
That's really kind of cynical of me, I guess. Or I've been working too long, or I was.
Just remember, some caves harbor snakes too, so you don't want to stay in there too long.
That's right. So I feel that, somebody is being deceptive about their real motives, and really what may be behind the whole thing is their bruised egos, They just don't want to look bad. And so they don't want things to change because they feel maybe it reflects poorly on them.
Maybe the key to finding out the key is the sense of tact or grace or diplomacy, the way that you dance your way through the situation. Maybe you're going to be a little bit of a spy in whatever this is about, just being a little bit covert, but picking up on the information that kind of comes out.
Interesting cards, but I will say that when that key comes up with something, the card that it comes up with is really key to the reading. And so the key to me is uncovering this deception or seeing it for what it truly is.
Yeah.
That's what we got for you for next week. Ooh, fun, or whatever's, this general fun times, Angel. So for the coming week. Uh-oh. You have to keep us posted on that one. Hey, Angel Mary, are you back with us here? It's your turn if you are. And then Kate Dash, Josephine, Sonali, Lena, and Vahabi.
Oh my goodness. What a whirlwind we have had this show. And it's been a great show. We've had so many people just show up right from the beginning.
And come back. Thank you for coming back.
And some donations and some good news to share. Awesome afternoon we've been having.
Other than
how does Malik see you?
Internet things.
Other than the internet thing, yes.
Okay. Your deck or something?
I just used my deck.
Oh, I have one. Yes, got it. Okay, you're welcome, Angel.
So if
By
you're
the
new,
way, Angel, that cat deck you're using, I have a lot of cat decks, but I liked it so much when I was seeing you using it for your evening card, I got myself that set. I think they're very nice.
for those who are new or didn't hear it, I'm just going to mention that we did pick the next happy hour segment will be this coming Friday, which is the 30th, right?
That's correct.
July 30th, and we're going to do that at noon Eastern Standard Time, noon to 1 o'clock. So this is our one card pull per person, where we use the Good Tarot or similar affirmation deck, and come in and get a positive reading for the day, for the week, whatever. Hope
Right,
to see
last
you.
time we used our Tarot of Affirmation, so we're going to mix it up from time to time, but it'll usually be a nice, positive, affirming message from Spirit.
And our regular stream, like this one, will be back on Thursday, so you can check that out too. That's at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. There we are.
Okay.
Okay, how does Malik see you? Let's find out.
Oh, there's that blank card, but it's not blank. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Cups upright. And then we have the Three of Swords, but the Three of Swords is reversed. So it's interesting, you have two sword cards here. 3 and 3 is 6.
Did you possibly have some sort of friendship or relationship with Malik before? I'm wondering that. I feel like maybe if you did, maybe things were not resolved, and maybe they feel they're coming back. Maybe they feel there's something else that they should do or should indicate. And that could even be if it was just a friendship or a family member thing, not necessarily a primary relationship. But I also feel too that maybe there's a sense that there's sorrow there, and I'm thinking it's more on Malik's part, so I'm wondering if maybe Malik felt you moved away from them when they weren't really ready for that to happen, or something like that.
That's the Knight of Cups, right?
Yes.
So it is the Knight of Cups. Huh. Well, I don't know. The Six of Swords is really interesting to me because we have the Six of Swords reversed, and then we have the Three of Swords reversed. And I feel like they're a little bit different things, but there's kind of a meeting ground here to me. The Six of Swords reversed indicates that somebody is kind of hanging on, not moving on from maybe feelings that they're feeling. They're not moving forward. They're kind of hanging on where they're at. But on the other hand, the Three of Swords indicates healing. So I'm trying to figure it out here. I think the key is that Page of Cups upright. I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups upright. The Knight of Cups upright means that basically I think what's happening here is that Malik is moving from a point of getting stuck in a particular mindset about you, and they're moving on now, and they're actually changing their mind. They're actually thinking better thoughts about you now, more positive.
Right, it may be...
Doesn't it seem like it's like a progression there?
I think so. I think it could be saying too that they've kind of processed the overall situation, whether it was this super close, relationship or whatever it was, friendship even, and that their feeling now is that they are feeling that they've healed from whatever pain or heartbreak or sorrow they might have experienced in the relationship. It may be that they had a different understanding. I think that the Six of Swords reverse could also be saying too that maybe there was something that just wasn't exactly understood from each end.
So it looks like they're going from a point of being stuck in attitudes, mindset, or behaviors into changing, because that Knight of Cups is, the coming or going of something affecting the emotions into feeling a lot better, more positive, more healing thoughts, more positive thoughts about you or about a situation maybe that you were both involved in.
So maybe it could be that in general they've been healing, and that maybe they're staying around because maybe they feel they're not really done totally, with your situation.
Ooh.
Well, she pulled the whip, and I pulled the heart. So I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear.
Well, it's kind of a tough one. So if you were involved in any kind of say a romantic relationship, it must have had a lot of up and downs. There might have been a number of arguments with this person, Malik, or some difficulties. I'm hoping that what this means with the heart informing that maybe what it's saying is that, the heart heals, the heart will heal, because deep down there must be some kind of positive feelings for each other.
Well, it's interesting to note that on most of the traditional Three of Swords, there is a heart, a big old heart in the picture. And
Right,
of course,
right,
we have
right.
the heart there too. So I'm feeling this is important. This sort of tells me there was something really close between you. I'm not willing to say that you were each other's main love or a big love, but I think there was something really important there. And it may be that to some degree it ended before it should have. Maybe it ended quickly without not everything being resolved, which was what I was kind of alluding to there. So I don't know if that means that Malik is trying to get back into your life, but it is interesting you ask that, because maybe you've been feeling that too, or maybe there's some signs that is what could be happening.
Well, I don't know if they asked that. They just said, how do they see them?
Right.
So I feel like maybe, too, if this is about how they feel, that it's possible that they feel like they had been hurt in some way, or perhaps that they had hurt you.
Right, but it may very well be that the current situation feels better, feels like some progress has happened.
They're coming to terms with it. They really are looking at this now and coming to terms with everything, and maybe feeling a little bit better about it. I don't know. That's what I've got with this one, Angel Mary. It's a little confusing.
So thank you.
But good luck with that.
That's what we have.
Hey, K-Dash, are you here? It's your turn, and then Josephine, Sanelli, Lena, and Vahabi. Sunny cat. Sun. Sun, sun.
I hope you appreciate that. You're welcome.
Aw. There, he's giving you room now.
Who knew?
Who knew? Okay, Lena, there's 1, 2, 3 in front of you still. We'll give K-Dash another moment. Before we move on, and then Josephine, Sonali.
I have a feeling some of these people may or may not be here, so we may move through the list quickly from this point on. I'm having little throat issues. Who are we waiting for again?
All right, we're gonna, I think, move on.
Who was that?
That was K-Dash.
Okay, so K-Dash may not be here. So we are now going to call.
We're going to call Josephine. Josephine, are you with us?
So Josephine, if you're here, go ahead and write a question or ask for general.
Not into catch. Now we'll give Josephine a minute. It's possible Josephine just popped in to say hi.
It's true.
And then we'll move on to Lena if Josephine doesn't answer.
Okay, so Lena, if Josephine is not here, we'll be doing your question next.
Oh, sneaky cat.
Is it my deck again?
Yeah, because we used my fairy one.
Last call for Josephine.
Oh, there's Josephine.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Great, Josephine.
All right, we got you, Josephine.
This one's for you, Josephine. Do you want to do this as a yes or no? It's asked straightforward.
Let's start there.
Okay.
We might want more information on
Sure.
that. I gave them catnip bubbles yesterday.
That was funny.
It was silly. They don't know what to do with the bubbles. They keep popping. But you can tell they smell like catnip. I don't know how they do that.
All right.
All right. Let's see what we have. You want me to count them?
Sure.
All right. Wow, that's coming up a lot today.
What?
You'll
Queen of
see.
Swords.
Yep. Ooh, well, it's leaning towards no, Josephine, but don't worry too much yet. Let's see. We might go and
The
look
Ace of Coins, of course, is about financial things, so that's not bad. You have the Queen of Swords, though, upright. And then you also have the Page of Coins or Pentacles, and that one's reversed.
So I kind of feel like, Josephine, that one thing you're going to have to do is keep your eyes wide open this year, for the rest of this year, for any opportunity that presents itself. There's a possibility here that you might miss out on something, if you're not paying attention. Do whatever you can to try to turn things around, because a lot is going to depend on the decisions that you make. And as the Queen of Swords there, you're going to have to really kind of work it. You're going to have to put in some work to try to turn this around.
I think what Banshee says is pretty true. That Page of Coins reversed maybe is indicating that you may perceive some offers coming to you and not really feel sure about them. So that's where I think the Queen of Swords comes in, is that you really are going to have to use more of a scientific mind approach to analyze or to consider the choices or the possibilities that are coming to you. I don't think you should necessarily retreat from a job or career that you might have now for something that does not really look solid. But having said that, I sort of feel that some of these possibilities coming to you do have that, about that, combined with the Ace of Coins. I do sort of feel like there is the possibility that some good opportunities are going to come to you, but some of them may have a double-edged sword, kind of like with the Queen of Swords there. So like I said, I think you're really going to have to look at it because it's not super clear. It may depend more on what you can do with looking into that.
I want to throw the Lenormand on this one to see what
Sure.
else might pop up. Oh, go ahead. Did I go first last time? Probably, but it's done.
I don't think you did.
No, yeah, I did because I
heart was
pulled the
mine?
whip, didn't I?
You
And you
did.
pulled the heart. Oh, so.
Oh, wow. Crossroads and fish.
So again, decisions and choices that you make, which really ties into that Queen of Swords energy, will influence whether money will be flowing to you or not.
Right. The fish really does give a good idea that there's some money or possible prosperity in the offing, but it mostly depends on making that right decision, going down that right path. So some of this is really your homework, so to speak, is that you can improve things, but mostly if you're willing to do some more investigation or analysis about what these possibilities are or what these situations are coming to you.
I would just say it's hinging on whether or not you choose your paths or your work, your career goals, the job offers that may come your way. You choose wisely. And think about the financials too, I think, here, because if money is really important to you, and when is it not? But I mean, some people work because they enjoy what they do, and maybe, they're in a relationship, so there's money coming in from both ends, and money's not that big an issue. But if it is really important to you, the flow of money coming to you, then choose wisely.
Right, and it really, I think, is really about a certain amount of diligence on your part to analyze whatever factors are showing up there. I just really think that that's what I'm getting from some of these cards, that you're going to have to really pay attention, because maybe there are some possible fine print. There's always fine print, right?
Do you want to stop with that, or you want to throw some more?
We could throw a couple more.
Let's throw a couple
We're
more,
gonna throw a couple
Josephine.
more,
I just
Josephine.
want to see what you might be going through career-wise. And then we'll move on to Lena's question. And then Bahavi. And we'll be done. And it's not that badly overtime, I'd say.
Wow, that is not so bad.
All right, did you shuffle?
I did not.
Then you will shuffle. And you will cut. Okay, you can play with my hand, but don't mess with Mama T's bracelet here.
We would not like that.
Oh, no.
Okay, Josephine, so here's a few extra cards for you. These might give us more specific ideas rather than just the parameter of yes or no.
Oh, the Knight of Swords. See,
Knight of
it's
Swords.
decisions again.
Decisions, but moving towards them, really.
What are you? There's the Six of Swords reversed. We've had that in a previous reading, and the Fool.
And the Fool. So once again, there's this idea that maybe it's the fine print. Maybe there are some things you need to really make sure you look about. The Fool maybe suggests that, a part of your nature will be drawn along by some surface impressions. This really is the time for you to dig in a little bit to make sure some of the fine print matches what that is. But the Six of Swords maybe suggests too that at some point you might feel you're better off sticking where you're at. And maybe it's because of the realization that there's just some fine print things going on there. Did you want to jump in?
Yeah, because I kind of feel like with that Knight of Swords there, I think the question is, do you move forward and take a risk now, or do you stay where you are?
Which was the Six of Swords.
Which is the Six of Swords. And the Fool reversed is indicating that making a move right now could be risky. There are risks attached, and you have to factor that into your decisions. Is this the time you're willing to take a risk? Is it the right time? Sometimes we have no choice. Sometimes we just have to make the moves we have to make. But the Knight of Swords here is saying, it's going to be decision time. Stay where you are and move on. I almost kind of feel like right now, Josephine, you might be feeling as though neither is a very win-win situation.
I get that too a little bit, because I get the feeling too that with the initial way you asked the question, that you may be aware of some factors that are moving towards you, and you're starting to wonder how they really will pan out. And once again, the only thing I can suggest is to be systematic at how you look at them and weigh the pros and the cons as best you can.
Yeah. Getting a little bit of a mixed message. You may want to check again. I mean, I definitely think you have to decide on some course of action, whether it's no action or whether it's taking a chance. I would suggest too that, if you're looking at doing something different with your money, career, finances, and you're looking for it to improve, make sure it's a sure thing. Whatever it is you decide to do, make sure it's a sure thing. And, otherwise, the risks might go against you. Taking a risk or too much of a gamble might go against you at this time.
And I have a feeling that, of course, listening to maybe one of the smartest people or friends' advice of yours is probably a good idea.
I see. So, okay, it is going to be a bit complicated.
I hope not.
I think what you have to do is keep working at it. Keep working at it and looking for opportunities, because if you let down your guard, you might miss an opportunity going by. I mean, if you're just finishing school and you really don't have a good job at this point, obviously, maybe you need to take that risk right now. You need to take that leap of faith. Just make sure whatever you go for, investigate it well and make sure everything's on the up and up, and it's not a situation where you'll be taken advantage of.
I'm overall feeling that the economy is perking cautiously, and that it may still be a while yet before things really swing back. So yes, be careful with the choices you make.
You know what? I forgot about this. Sonali was actually before Lena. But you know what? Lena's posted the question, right?
Yeah, we'll do Sonali's last.
We'll do Sonali's last, because I think they're gone, or are they back?
Not sure.
Well, we're going to do yours, Lena. Okay, so... And actually, I want to use a different deck for Lena. I don't know if there will be an increase of money. All right, I got it. I'll use this one. Okay, because you were thinking of opening a business. Will it be profitable? Let's see.
Okay, Lena.
Let's throw 3 on this. I know it's a yes, no. Let's throw 3 first. Sorry, I mixed up the list there. Oh boy. Everything is topsy-turvy, Mr. O. The 4 of Pentacles, upright. The cute little sea puppy, which is really the Page of Cups in this deck, upright. Wow, and the 10 of Earth, upright. Well, Lena, I think this looks really positive for an increase of money coming from somewhere. Want to go ahead?
Right. I sort of feel that a part of this is going to be about how you invest and save. And I'm getting that from the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Earth, that some of this really depends upon your own strategies for figuring out how to maximize the money you have. You may not be able to start off with a lot of money, but you might have advice or situations that will help you conserve what you need to as you need to, or find ways to invest in savings that maybe have some amount of growth, or find ways to invest in things that do promise or will give a growth. I also think too that this is really what's going to be a big part perhaps of your next materialistic concerns or enterprise, that maybe this really would become a really good business or a really good situation for creating prosperity or security for you. And I feel too that ultimately it's because whatever this is really going to find levels of inspiration to where you really feel so fond of it, like you just feel like maybe in some respects you found something you really felt you needed to be doing.
So I don't know if this was a dream or a vision of yours, because the Page of Cups can sometimes be about that, but it is very positive. I feel it is growthful because you have the Four of Pentacles here. I think it indicates that you could get some increase from your own job. And I almost think for some reason the Four of Pentacles combined with that Ten of Pentacles indicates to me that I just think it's a good sign for either a start, somebody who's doing their own business, or perhaps even getting involved with family in a business. Whether it's your own children, or whether it's your own family even lending support or helping you finance some of this, or just working as partners with you.
Which kind of played to my idea about investment. So it may be that maybe it's a family connection, partners from your family, your foundation, who are willing to help you invest in you, give you savings tips, or tell you how to do stuff.
Right. I don't want to totally emphasize that, but I guess what I'm saying is I really think that this is a really good sign for somebody who I feel wants to open up their own business. Because then, you can also choose to work yourself, or you can invite others in, the people that you trust maybe, and that you consider as family, whether they're family or friends, It just looks very positive to me. I think this is a good goal or dream for you with that Page of Cups there. I think it's very positive. And looking at some of the cards you've been having lately, I feel like these are some of the most positive ones you've had in a while. So I feel that there's something very, very positive about following this path.
You are a beautician.
Awesome. Well, it's really funny, Lena, because to me, I always look at the Pentacles as being about, physical care in a way, whether it's health or beauty. So it's kind of interesting. Oh.
Okay, well, we have two cards. We have the one known as the snake, and then we have the letter.
Well, this is kind of a tough one. I would just say to not let other people who may have ulterior motives, to sway you or convince you to not go this route, to not do this.
Right. I feel that these other cards support the idea of what you want to do, what your project is.
But somebody may feel that they, either they're jealous, because sometimes there's a little bit of jealousy with the snake card. There could be some deception. So also I would say this, if you need a loan of money, or if you need to sign papers for something to either get a business space or something in connection with your business, just be careful with what you are signing, because the letter is about correspondence and written documents or contracts.
You mentioned the reconciliation, and I sort of feel that puts a little bit of a different spin here on those two things there. And I'm just wondering too if that, as you move into the business, if this might invite an involvement or a communication from your ex, or somebody maybe who doesn't appreciate you moving on in a way.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. I was wondering how you were bringing that in. But it could be. But I really think it's talking about some type of contracts or paperwork. You know, when you set up a business a lot of times, especially if it has to do with, I don't know, like for example, say in food service, you know, there's all kinds of things you have to fill out and sign. And make sure that so that you're handling food properly, right? There's food licenses.
Regulatory.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything specific to, health and beauty care. So just be aware that if there's anything to do with money, contracts, just be careful what you're signing.
I think the American saying, the devil's in the details, could be indicated here. That this could be saying that some business prospects, you probably do need to make sure you have somebody who understands business. Look at them if you yourself don't. Because there could be fine print kind of things that
maybe it
might
has something to do with taxes or things like that.
Commit you to a certain tax thing or a certain protocol. So just check out paperwork as you move closer to creating this business. Make sure that, all of the people that are working with you to create the business, signing papers with you, understand things and are not, working against your interest. But other than that, the other cards look really good for you, Lena.
It looks really good for you
So
to
we
move
wish you
forward.
luck. And
yeah, that sounds very positive.
And you should keep up with us and tell us what's going on.
And Vahabi, we're going to take you next, and then we'll do Sonali's reading. Okay.
You did notice a cell there, right?
Huh? What? Oh, Asal came. Well, Asal, I'm sorry we're not going to be able to take you today. It is so good to see you here again. It's been a while, but we just have too many readings today.
Yeah, we had some disruptions and we're running way over late, so we probably can't get to your reading today, Asal. We're sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but it's good to see you back. I hope everything's been going well for you.
Okay, there's the hobby.
Okay, let's take a look.
My cards?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to use this deck for Sonali, so.
All right, I'm going to go back to the Millennium Tarot. Thank you for the question, Vahabi.
Well, 2018, wow. And then, of course, 2020 was such a horrible year for trying to get relationships going with the COVID virus and everything. So I'm sure it's been kind of rough.
Thank you, Lena.
Okay, Lena, thank you. And yes, by all means, keep us informed. I hope it goes well for you. I guess I missed that when Asal came in.
I'm surprised.
Well, I wasn't looking a lot at the thing anymore because I drew my line in the sand.
I know, but they were only just above Josephine, so I thought you saw them there.
Nope. Oh, sorry, Asal. I retracted a message. My
Sorry.
apologies, and I wish it was different, but we've had a crazy day here.
It's been a really long afternoon for us.
Yeah, we had a big internet outage. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, we were down for at least 10 to 15 minutes, we think.
All right. Just seem to naturally want to cut there. Let's see what's on top.
Vahabi. So you have the Seven of Swords reversed.
Okay.
You have the Lovers, and that one's reversed. And then you have the Hierophant reversed.
Okay, well, it looks like you have been trying, like you said, you've tried online apps, different things, and nothing's working out. And, we do have that Lover's card reversed there. I kind of feel like the Hierophant is saying, though, that, it may just be that you're going to have to, think out of the box on this one. I have a feeling there's nothing that I see right now that is coming towards you in these three cards. And the Hierophant might be saying that, you're just going to, this relationship, when it does come, may come in a very unusual way, unexpected way, even perhaps.
It feels that way to me too. It feels like maybe there's something just not quite regulated in your search. It could just be too that maybe something that you want or expect maybe is not conventional, and you kind of not that it's not conventional, but when you said how the dating apps things work, that's what I'm sort of getting from that just what is normal now for people to use dating sites is not working for you perhaps. And the Seven of Swords reversed maybe is indicating that you're really thinking inside about trying to be more clever in a certain way, trying to find, like Banshee was saying, an out-of-the-box way of doing that. But right now, it doesn't appear that anything is really quite on the horizon for you. That's what it looks like.
Not at the moment. Yeah, the Seven of Swords indicates that you're just going to, it just seems as though the focus to me is still on yourself and maybe finding that balance within yourself. Could you look at your bottom card? Do you remember which way those were facing?
This way.
Okay. Well, the Hermit is reversed. To me, that indicates that maybe the answer is not social media, but the answer is getting out publicly more. And I don't know what what the COVID situation is like where you live right now, but that might be hard, depending on circumstances. But to me, it almost sounds like it's going to be through some person-to-person contact, in-person social events or something where you will meet someone.
I also feel, too, that what Banshee says is true, but that this presents the idea that the person you could be likely to run into, or maybe the atmosphere of people, is that they're sort of different from you. They're not exactly as conventional or as unconventional as you may find yourself. They may not represent a polar opposite, but they have some differing views. They might not like things you like, or they might like things you don't like. They might be willing to live with some things that some people won't live with, vice versa. And I'm getting that mostly from the Hermit in a way.
Let's pull Lenormand on this. I want to see what's up. Yeah.
Hi,
India,
Violent Anne.
India, right? I saw that. I was going to get to that. India right now. I know with COVID, it's very, very rough. I don't know if there's restrictions on gatherings right now. And see, maybe that is still why we're not seeing anything coming towards you. Because I think your success is going to lie in meeting somebody at some social gathering or event.
Right. It's going to be when you can act like any of us could actually go to a bar or a place where people might be at.
Celebrations.
And I have the letter, and Banshee has the fox. And immediately I get the feeling like maybe somebody will be in communication with you. Maybe it's somebody who maybe you hadn't thought about before, but maybe now presents a side to themselves that you didn't see, and maybe there's a little bit of an attraction there.
I may have to backtrack a little bit on what I said here, because for some reason, I'm wondering, don't abandon, at this stage of the game, I'd say, Vahabi, don't abandon social media completely.
Right.
Because maybe there is some communication that could be established with someone here. But recognize, too, that sometimes in social media, you run into relationships where it's more about just maybe the physical pleasures as opposed to, a long-term relationship. I'm thinking like one-night stands and things like that. Things that, well, I don't know if you're looking for that. If you're looking for that, fine. But if you're not, You have to be careful of that too, because the fox kind of gives me that feeling there.
So what this could be saying too is that
Keep all your options open.
keep your options open, but it's more likely the ones you might find through dating apps or internet may be less of what you're looking for in terms of a long-term relationship, because you did say that in your initial question.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
feel that it's correct to say that nothing is coming towards you, but it is more like you have to be more discerning on certain levels, and maybe you make your best case when you actually are in person rather than online with persons. And that would probably be true for most people.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you right now, Vahabi. I hope that helps. And I know that Violet Ann came in and we just said no to Sonali. I'm sorry, Acel. If Acel is still here and Violet Ann, we can draw one card for you at the end. But that's about it, because we still have one more reading to do, and we're way into overtime right now.
Yeah, we had, Violet Ann, we had some interesting problems earlier. We got knocked offline for about 10 or 15 minutes, and a lot of people came back, but we did lose a few people.
And then we got more people, so it got really crazy, and we had to sort of draw the line somewhere. But we'll be happy to throw
I knew there were more people watching than were talking in the chat room.
Doggone it, Gina.
Doggone it. You get a biscuit for that.
Gina, thanks for sticking with us and watching.
So we can pull a card for Acel and Violet Ann.
I'd even pull one for you, Gina.
Okay, so we are doing Sonali, who had previously left us a question.
Left us a question about their elder sister and wanting to know what's coming for a divine message. So we're going to do that.
You know what, Violet Ann and anybody else, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay.
We did have a really good afternoon today. We loved it.
Although I know I missed a lot of my Olympics coverage. Sigh, sigh. He's going to be a sports widow for the next 2 weeks.
Curiously, nobody's been talking about any lagging or freezing, but we do get some notifications on how our software is performing. We're going to probably have to look into it, because it does seem like sometimes we're getting more information that we don't like, like things are lagging. So unless you guys think it's really terrible,
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So we have Judgment upright.
Oh, I didn't get rid of these cards.
Oh.
Sorry.
Those are yours.
Oh, those are mine. Well, that's why I didn't get rid of them, because it's my responsibility. God, I'm such a klutz at the end of the day. Okay, so we have Judgment upright. We have the Two of Swords upright. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed.
Well, that's good to know, Angel. All right. Well, Sonali, this is interesting. I feel that Two of Swords is key. Like there's, do you want to go first? Go first.
I don't remember what the question was.
It was basically about a divine message
sister.
about his elder sister. I think he said health, career, whatever comes up. So. Well, I get the feeling that, right now, it may be a difficult time financially or physically for your sister, but she's holding her own. That Two of Swords is upright, but I feel here she needs to make a decision about something that's really weighing on her. And also, whatever she decides, well, maybe that's really what's going on here. Let me rephrase this, Sonali. I feel that the Two of Swords is saying she needs to make a decision about something, and it's weighing heavily on her. And it may have to do with her career, finances, or even her physical well-being. And ultimately, what she decides will determine, her fate. Because judgment is basically, the card of judgment is basically about what you sow, you will reap. So she needs to wake up now and not just hold back any longer. It's time to make a move. It's time to decide on something.
I think she's really concerned or feels pressure even about a decision perhaps, but I think if it's not exactly a decision, it's about a situation that maybe involves big changes in her financial security and or possible health implications. And I think I agree with Banshee that a lot of this really goes deep into her soul. It possibly causes worry on the physical end, about maintaining things, but there's something spiritual here that sort of feels like it's important to understand what's happening in terms of a mental evolution or about understanding important concepts that maybe have come up.
Hi Naomi, I'm writing you down, but we're only going to be able to do one card. We can apply that to career, but we're way into overtime right now, and a lot of people have come in at the very end, so we're going to do one card readings for the three of you who came late. And we apologize, but we're well over time in our show. So let me pull what I'm on Sonali's, because this is the last regular reading we're doing for the day. Wow, this is coming up a lot at the end, the letter.
And birds.
So I think, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like this may be, she needs to communicate what she's going to do next to someone. That's one of the messages I'm getting, Sonali. But also the other thing I would just say is that what we're seeing here may be the message from the divine. I think Spirit has been trying to move her to make a decision. And I think that maybe those two, the birds and the letter here, says it's time to move. It's time to do it. It's time to communicate your intent to the universe.
The Two of Swords often feels like a stalemate, like
Yes.
maybe somebody isn't ready to make a decision yet.
But it's time.
And so I'm feeling that the letter, the communication, the information, and or the idea that maybe there's something being heard, things that normally you might not hear, discussion, ideas that are coming there, will kind of impress upon her that she can't not make that decision any longer or for much longer, that she really has to commit. Most likely, I'm wondering if it's a course for her health.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be health and it could be business. And I feel here that if she doesn't make that decision, that, see, with that Ace of Pentacles reversed, she either stands to lose money or she stands to, it could be some health issue that pops up. It could affect her health. That's what we have for you, Sonali. I hope that gives you some information you were looking for. It may not be the information you wanted to hear, but that's what it seems like. So we're going to move on to the three, the single card readings. Do you want to pick a deck for that?
Sure.
Why don't you use the middle one?
Okay, so Acel, if you are here, if you did stick around,
Let's
we can
just
do a
pull one
one-card
for
reading.
Acel, because that was first. And then we'll have Violet Ann and Naomi. And we'll see what one card you get for career, Naomi. See, it gives you at least a clue where things are headed. And please join us again. Thursday nights are very, very quiet, so you're more likely to get in on a reading Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you come to our Sunday show, we're on from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the earlier you come, the more likely you'll get in for a full reading.
We also do a 1-hour pop-up live stream for just positive messages. This week, that will be on Friday at noon, our time, noon Eastern Standard Time.
It's a message from Spirit, a single card draw for everybody who pops in the room.
Okay, Acel, did you rejoin us? If not, we're going to have to move on.
No, let's just do Acel. We're going to do the
Okay.
card.
So what was their question?
They didn't have one, or just pulling a card.
I see. Then shuffle.
If a cell is here and wants us to focus it in any particular area, we'll do it.
Or it's almost too late for that.
When I pull a
Even
card,
Sunny had
I
to look at me
can.
for that.
Here. Okay. Top card. I don't even know what that is.
Two of Wands,
Oh, the
reversed.
Two of Wands reversed. Well, a cell. So, it seems as though plans have not been working out for you, is what this card seems to indicate. Whether this is career plans, relationship, it just seems as though there's a struggle to get things moving in the right direction.
It could be that something you really thought was coming true or was happening is not going to happen, or not going to happen easily. And so you might have to consider starting over again, or just
revising your
revising
plan.
it.
Yeah. So you might have to make some changes and change what's not working, or just maybe abandon it and move on to something else. So that's the best we have for you, Sal. Sorry we could not read for you. And Violet Ann, let's see what we have for you.
Hi, Violet Ann. One card for you.
Thanks for joining us again. Good to see you. We probably wouldn't have if we had ended our show on time. So I'm glad we were able to pull a card for you. Shuffle. So Gina, are you still here? Do you want a card pulled?
Already.
I can't wait for the bark. Oh, okay. It's a Page of Swords. So, Violet Ann, it looks like communication. Communication is key in some area of your life right now. Possibly even trying to, maybe you're in a place right now where you can, I'm trying to think of the word, you can negotiate something, or, be a mediator between two people, two factions.
You're trying to possibly hold yourself or position yourself between maybe different people or different situations where you have to apply more diplomatic or graceful methods of getting in and around there. So it could be business related, but it could also just be people, strife things. So there may be people who are drawing you into their drama, and maybe you have to just sort of winnow your way back out of it. You don't want to hurt their feelings or disappoint them, but it's probably really something that you're qualified to do, but maybe you don't necessarily want to have to do it.
And the other, I don't know, the Page of Swords sometimes has to do with analyzing things. This might be a time for you to really go over finer points of something, whether it's paperwork you're signing or something in your life that just have, you need to really address. You need to look at it more analytically. In other words, take your heart out of the situation and focus with your mind, with your logical brain, your logical side. So that's what we have for you, Violet Ann. And Naomi, we're going to throw a card for career and see what we get. Why don't you shuffle this one first and I will cut for you. Give it back to me and I'll shuffle and cut for you. I want to see it. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. He drew the Queen of Cups upright, Naomi. I will talk about that. I want to see what else comes up. So actually you're getting 2 cards because one fell.
Thanks for all the likes, everybody.
All right, here you go. Hey, Aaliyah. Yeah, we're still here in overtime.
Hi, Aaliyah. And this is for Naomi and her career, and it's the 10 of Wands. So my feeling is this is kind of graphic, but it would seem to indicate that maybe to some degree you might be feeling trapped either in the career you now have or the job you now have, or trapped or obfuscated, limited by what career possibilities or choices may be happening, where your skill sets lie and what's available now, that kind of thing.
I just feel right now you feel like you're struggling, you know, whether you are working or not, there's a struggle here. You feel like you're carrying some heavy burdens right now. So if you're trying to find work and it's been difficult, there's just a sense of a struggle going on. And the Queen of Cups that that we dropped might be indicating that, you know what, it's affecting you emotionally. But I also feel, because the Queen of Cups is upright, that you are a pretty strong person, you know. You are able to, maintain some emotional balance here. And also hang in there. If you are looking for a job in particular where you care for others in some way, whether it's in healthcare or, like the beauty industry, whether it's like we had somebody earlier who's looking for a business as a beautician, I feel like that might play a role here. But right now, it's a struggle getting a foothold if you're looking for work. And if you are working, maybe you're having a hard time getting customers, clients, or just an oppressive feeling of an oppressive workload right now. That's, I feel, the sun's hovering around you right now, and just try to maintain an emotional balance as best you can until this energy can shift.
I think another thing that I feel about the 10 of Wands there is too that this is saying you are, in a sense, built for responsibility. You know what it's like to really shoulder some responsibility, to do hard work, to feel expected to do hard work. So the thing is that this could just be status quo for you right now, that's your main skill set to work with. That Queen of Cups that we had earlier, I think that shows you have mostly good ideas about work. You're not necessarily turned off by having to work hard, because you are the kind of person that understands where the payoff comes.
So Aaliyah, we can do one card for you real quick, but that's it today. Did you have anything you wanted to focus on? Because we're well into overtime. And Patton, if you wanted, we could throw a card for you.
No, they said no.
I said, Mr. O's had enough because we're way into overtime.
Yeah, we've never been this far into overtime before.
I guess we got to draw a line somewhere. We had a real big internet disruption today, Patton.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
You're
I'm sorry
welcome,
about that.
Naomi.
You're welcome.
Hope to see you again, and sorry we had to cut you short like that.
Okay, this is for Aaliyah. Oh,
What's this, Aaliyah?
what's this, Aaliyah?
So Lovers upright.
Well, if we apply to that question, absolutely, that you'll be pretty happy with the result, because the Lovers really is about choices, decisions, or this way, that way kind of stuff. So this sounds really like, something you would really be happy with.
So you okay with your finals? So basically, I think yes, and I think it's because you balanced yourself. You really managed things well enough. It seems as though, you might have your doubts, but, it just seems like there's a harmony there. There's a harmonious conclusion here, I feel.
I think that you're just going to really find this is really beneficial to feel this way. I mean, to me, it really is like angelic. The usual typical picture is like just sort of seeing something beautiful unfolding. And so I feel like that's what your finals, the success in your finals will give you, is just like, you're going to love it a lot. I certainly hope so, And thank you, Patton. I don't mean to be grouchy.
He is. But Angel's right, we really did go into overtime. But whether Gina's here or not,
we're going to throw a card for her anyway.
She's sending me bark.
So we're going to send a bark back, courtesy of our
I'm just going to let
Dog
Mr.
Tarot.
O draw a card out for you, Gina.
No.
So, woof woof.
Well, yes, I guess you could apply it that way too, Aaliyah, so that's kind of a nice thought. So, okay, our final card of the day for Gina. Sea Alpha Male.
The King of Cups. Gina. Your King of Cups has arrived.
This is no wet head dead. Bed head. Wet head. The wet head is dead? No. This is not that. No, maybe
Well,
it is.
I feel that, this is some heavy-duty emotional fulfillment here. I feel, too, that, this is you. You look out for people. Like giving me bark when I need it.
The King of Cups is kind of like a priest, a counselor, somebody who really is your best friend, the person who is your advocate, the person who loves you unconditionally.
I saw that thing, Patton, about you getting in the news. That was pretty cool. That was kind of neat. So is the Sims thing really going to happen? Here, I'll take that. Good luck, Gina, but you don't need it. You're the King of Cups.
Yes, we did do a card for you, Violet Ann.
Oh, we did.
What was it? Can you run that back again?
Oh, my God.
It's probably like about 10 minutes ago in the stream.
It was the Page of Swords.
Yes.
It was the Page of Swords. So check back. It's just a few back.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes ago. And that's what we have. We're going to quit while the quitting is good here. You're a leaker now.
Oh, dear.
Hey.
I might be. Depends.
Oh, not that kind of leak,
Oh.
old man. So anyway, well, I'm glad Sims 5 looks like it's a reality. Everybody can kind of chill now. And
Oh, wow.
for
Good for you. 16 followers.
And thanks. Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. So that's pretty awesome. So I guess there is like some success in being a leaker.
You're all wet.
So anyway, hey everybody, it's been fun spending the afternoon, really. So
Thank
don't
you.
feel bad about us going into overtime. We don't feel bad. The Olympics will still be there for me. I'm sure I'll catch plenty. I got to catch archery for the
And
first
all of
time
you
in
are
years.
just too good for us in all of your many ways. You're just too good to us. So we really love all of you, really, seriously.
We do. So thanks again. We'll see you Thursday night, those of you who come Thursday night. And for our Sunday regulars, hope to see you next week.
Alrighty.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye now.